Well, good day everyone, and welcome back to Tommy's Tiny Trailer Shop. And today we want to go over another modification that we made to our Sprinter motorhome. This is a Thor 24FE, and in this particular model, of course, there's no water filtration. We were using one of the canister type that goes on the outside, connected to your water hose. But, you have to connect that every time and disconnect it. And you can use this kind that we installed also as a portable. But there again, it's still something else to connect and disconnect each time and to store away. Where underneath this dinette bench is right where the water inlet comes in. And, there's nothing under here other than, your plumbing and electric. So we thought it was a perfect place to put the water filter. So you can see right behind here, this is where the city water connection comes into the unit. And this white flexible hose was the original, and it connected right down here originally. So all we did, I disconnected that, put an adapter on here so we can screw it onto the end, of course, and then we just made up a connection to go right down and screw on to where it normally did. So now our city water comes in. We have a nice filter in there for, it'll filter out, well, here it is. We can just take a look at it. And right here, this is the one we put in. Now, it wasn't exactly the cheapest filter, but I've been to campgrounds where the water kind of tastes like chlorine. And while we don't drink a whole lot of the campground water, we do give it to the dog and stuff. And of course, I really don't want to smell like chlorine after I take a shower either. So this is the filter that we put in it. And I think this will work very well. And this is going to provide a lot more filtration than those portable units do. And so that's the filter we have in it. And all I did here, so we have this black bracket back here, and that's for the seat belts in this dinette bench. And we generally don't carry anyone else with us, so we have the seat belts tucked down in. But this will not interfere with putting the seat belt back up through to the seat. But all I did here was use a stainless steel hose clamp, real big one, and it just goes around the filter and right around the bracket. This is very sturdy. Obviously, if the seat belts are connected to it, it's quite sturdy. I did put a little piece of plywood in between as a spacer so that it, as you clamped it, it didn't pull it sideways, put it at an angle so that way it stays nice straight up and down. And so now, whenever I go to winterize this unit, I can just disconnect this here, reconnect it down at the bottom, and totally bypass this filter whenever I go to winterize the unit each year. That's a one-time-a-year thing. And that rubber washer in there wears out in a few years. They're cheap. I just replace it and the seal will be fine. So there you go. So if you're thinking about adding a water filter, that was pretty darn easy. And of course, it's going to vary by your model, but in this particular model, it's pretty easy to add, and I think well worth the little bit of time and money. The filter canister set was 20 bucks. The 2 filters were 16, and a couple fittings, so all in pretty inexpensive to do. And now we have built-in water filtration. So now whenever we hook up at the campground, we just hook up the hose and our pressure regulator outside, of course, and we're good to go. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, if you like what you see here on our channel, be sure to subscribe.